Hi everyone. I had like the best compliment this morning, and I thought that, wow, if a professional is going to compliment me on this, maybe somebody else might be interested in it. Anyway, I was at my gym, and one of the trainers had come in, and I had my gym bag up, and I was, changing out and whatever, and she said, wow, that's one of the most organized systems I've ever seen. And I couldn't figure out what she was talking about at first, and I'm like looking around, and she was looking down at my gym bag, and I thought, you know, that's odd, but whatever. And she kind of went on to explain, like she's forever trying to figure out how to pack, different things for what she needs. And I thought, well, maybe I'll share that with you, and maybe I can share some things that I've learned over the last year of becoming a reluctant gym rat. And if you have anything to share with me as far as tips or anything like that, I would really appreciate it. But I think the first and foremost thing that I have found that helps me is a gym bag that has what they call a wet compartment. See that? It's got like plastic in here, and it's separate from the other compartment. So one of my biggest factors when I started working out was when I changed, and before I got in the shower and whatever, I had these sweaty, stinky clothes, and the solution obviously was to just throw them into a plastic bag, tie it up, take it home to wash it. But I found, grocery bags, whatever, we certainly have an abundance of them. But I felt so wasteful, and having, taken a pledge through work to become more environmentally aware and just try to be more, cognizant of what I'm doing personally, my carbon footprint and all of that stuff. I thought I'm not really happy with the fact that 5 days a week I'm not only using a plastic grocery bag, I'm destroying it and just, like throwing it away and whatnot, because it can't be reused after that. So I found the gym bag, and it's done really well. I just throw my stinky, gross clothes in there, and it seems to work really well as far as like keeping everything separate. At night, when I take my clothes out, I wipe it out, usually with a makeup wipe or whatever I have on hand at that time, and it works really well for me. The other thing about the gym bag is that it has a shoe compartment, which, believe it or not, actually helps me when I'm packing the night before to make sure that I have everything that I need for my outfit for work for the next day. It just, helps me go through my mental list of everything. And if I'm not zipping up that shoe compartment with my work shoes for the next day, I've missed something. So that helps a lot as well. And the fact that it's kind of cute too, doesn't hurt. Speaking of shoes and keeping things clean, I have these fun little ping pong ball odor eater saver thingies, and these are actually what I throw into the wet bag when it's not being used. And then when I change everything out and I put my workout clothes in there and I put my workout shoes into the shoe compartment, they go in there. And they've done a great job of like keeping the bag kind of stink free, I guess. It absorbs odor, it absorbs moisture. I also have a set of those in my locker, but I can't always like change everything out in my locker. So they've worked really well for me. So sometimes my gym gets so busy, I try to time it so I'm not fighting for a shower or things like that. There's other times where I'm trying to meet a certain length goal or time on the treadmill or things like that, or trying to get my heart rate up this many times, and I just have not left myself enough time to get a full shower and do what I need to do. So I've kind of learned some ways to get around that. And obviously the first thing you're gonna need for that is like good old deodorant. And obviously I have a full size of this in my locker. If it's crowded enough and like, it's not even worth elbowing my way to get to my locker or anything like that. I've got this in my gym bag that I can just pull out and use in case of emergency. I also usually have a pack of wipes of some sort, you know, at least to get my face and my arms and things like that. They do a really good job of, like, you know, that quick cleanse. And if I don't have time to get into a full shower, that's usually what I'll do, just to make sure, like, the primary areas that could put off an odor are taken care of. And even if I am able to get into a shower, if I haven't left myself a full, like, half hour or more, I can't fully do my hair. So this is my ride or die. I also have a full one of these. It's dry shampoo in my locker. I am not partial to any brand. You know what? That's a lie. I love Batiste, but if I can't get it on sale, I will just get whatever. And so the dry shampoo works so well for me, and has, you know, it's not good because I do color my hair. It's not good for me to wash my hair every single day anyway. There's certain days that, you know, there's no way I'm going to get away with not washing it because I'm just drenched. But there's other days that I just don't in the morning have the time. And it's, you know, this goes a long way for, like, making sure my hair is not greasy and oily and gross looking, and, you know, making it look like I am fresh as a daisy. The other thing is a little bit of an it's a brush holder, and I find that many times will change out, like, a few little things in my makeup bag, you know, eyeshadow and things like that, depending on what I'm wearing, or, you know, moods or seasons. But my brushes typically stay the same. And I found this fun thing on Amazon. I think it was $9.99, and it was purple, so can't lose with that. But the fun thing about this is once you unzip it, it does open, gives you a little bit more room, and then you unfold this down like this, and it gives you the full view of your brushes. And there's also a little compartment here that you can put in, like, a beauty blender, lipstick, anything like that you might have. It stands by itself, so I, you know, can throw brushes in, take brushes out as I need, instead of digging through my makeup case, which is usually what I would have been doing. And I love it so much that I'm kind of trying to justify getting one for home too, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this has worked out really well, and it just kind of lives in my gym bag. And so I always know where my brushes are. And the last thing is the thing that might strike some people as a little bit odd, and that would be a pen and either a sticky pad or a notepad, something like that. I find that when I'm getting ready, or just, you know, doing, I don't want to say mindless, but just doing something that's so routine and so, like, you know, not boring, but just something that your mind can otherwise be occupied, I'll be thinking of other things. I'll be thinking of an email I need to send, a card that needs to go out, a project that I need to handle, and how I can best start that. And I always think, I don't know if you guys do this too, but I always think, okay, I'm going to remember this. But then, you know, 5-10 minutes later, I don't remember, or I've thought of something else on another issue or topic. And it just kind of, like, my brain tends to squirrel really a lot. So I find that as I am getting ready, when I do think of something that I need to do, or I have an idea of something, or, you know, just any of those things, I jot it down very quickly. This just basically hangs out like this next to my makeup bag, and I'll jot it down, and by the time I'm done, sometimes there's 15 things on here, sometimes there's nothing, and I will just, you know, take it off, and I just pluck it on the front of my planner for the day. And then once I get to work, and as I'm having my coffee before I sit down at my desk, I can just incorporate it into my to-do list for that day. And it really kind of frees up my brain to, you know, work on multiple things as I'm either drying my hair or putting on my makeup, doing any of that stuff. And, you know, I think a lot of people are, like, tactile, either learners or doers, which is one of the reasons I love my planner so much. It works well for me. It gets it out of my head, and I don't forget all these brilliant mind things that I've had happen while I've been brushing my hair and things like that. I've always been a list maker, and to me it was like, a lot of people would have said, you know, just pick up your phone and make a list of notes. It doesn't work that way for me. It's if I have to like put down whatever I'm doing and pick up my phone and type it in and things like that, if I can just like reach over very quickly, you know, jot a note, usually it's abbreviated. I will confess to sometimes not remembering what my abbreviations stand for, but that's on me, nobody else. But yeah, that's the things that I have in my bag. Felt very complimented that a professional took notice of it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Maybe you picked up something from it, maybe you didn't. But let me know if you have any tips as well. And as always, please remember to be kind to one another, and I will see you next time. Bye.